Welcome back to Attack on Titan, anime review episode number 55. This I'm reviewing what looks like to be the penultimate episode of Attack on Titan Season 4, Part 2. This is episode 86, Retrospective, which covers pretty much the entirety of chapter 129, same child name, and the first 5 pages of chapter 130. So this episode, we basically continued the stuff we left off last week. We have the female Titan and the armor Titan basically just fighting the Jaegerist. Connie just killed 2 people. And of course, we need to prepare particular plan to take down. We need to get the ship out of there. If we have they need to get the plane out of there, but they have to basically drag the plane out of the sea because they formulated a plan. If they have the right equipment, they can look, because basically it takes a whole day to maintenance the ship. But with the right tools, they can do it in 12 hours. They can't exactly do it fighting off the enemy for 12 hours. They point out the Titan form can only last for just a few hours. So, basically, we have Mikasa's relative suggesting, why not just go to this little cape near Marley? Go there, and we have an airport hangar there, and we can be there pretty quickly by boat. We can just take the boat out there. And I'm thinking, Watch is that's not a bad idea. I mean, it's out of ship anyway. Just take it out that way. So basically, that's their plan. And of course, the Theo, that's the commander, well, the general now. He basically stays behind. And of course, then we see something we never thought I would see in the anime. We have a third form of the Jaw Titan. Yes. I'd say third form because the original one, was a lot different. You see, there are technically there's been 4 hosts of the Jaw Titan. First, it was the brother of the third one, Gallard. And then it was Ymir, very beautiful woman who actually was in Titan form for 80 years. But thanks to eating this particular form, she achieved this particular form. But she's only able to survive in this form for about 5 years before she has to die. And of course, they hand her form back over to Gallard. He, of course, is eaten by Falco, who was the current the Jaw Titan form. And wow, it's like this version, an evolved version of basically the last one. Yeah, that's something I've noticed though about the Jaw Titan, where it looks completely different. Take, let's say, the Attack Titan, for example, Aaron's Titan. Only 2 out of the 3 hosts actually managed to have the same look. The one who was, I'm trying to think, what was his name? The guy who's, Aaron's father. His Attack Titan form was completely different. For one thing, his had a beard. Yes, and plus he looked a lot more bulkier. Yes. So he comes in, he basically fights all the Jaegers. Felk himself gets killed in the episode. Well, mostly anyways. He basically sacrificed himself to try to take out the Titans that are there. And of course, Annie and Reiner are heavily wounded in this battle. They're still alive, but yeah, Annie, of course, her Titan form, her hands get blown off, her head does. Reiner gets his face blown off. It's brutal, but thanks to Jaw, they're able to stop him. And the only way to stop the Jaw, and of course, according to Peck, she says that the first transformation is dangerous. And based upon what Falco did, yeah, it was pretty dangerous. So they were able to get him out thanks to Theo managed to have where Peck holds him down while Theo, that's the commander, cuts open the nape and to get Falco, and of course they carry him back to the ship. Orkan, with a few other people, basically managed to ignite the coals. Yes, this is actually an old steam engine procedure. Yes, and in case you're curious though, do ships operate this way anymore? No, I think they stopped operating like this. I would probably say it could have been around the 1950s when they switched over to nuclear power. Mm-hmm. Yep. So they ship out. Meanwhile, though, Theo stays behind. But before all this stuff happened, before they leave, there was a a train come by with reinforcements, and then the train blows up. And you're wondering what the heck happened here? Who the heck blew it up? Turns out it's Command Straight. It's like, okay, I get the fact it's a final season show, so, like, I was kind of surprised to see him. Like, here's the thing. Like, it seems like since the first season, like, if you're only anime only fans, the guy has made scarce appearances. He's appeared, like, a few times since the first season of the show. Mostly put, like, after the first, like, story arc of season 1, he is dropped from the series until he pops up again. I think it was toward the end of season, I think it was 2, I think it was. Yes, I think it was either 2 or 3, I think it was. Actually, no, it was actually halfway through season 2. No, not through 2, 3. That was the next time he physically appeared. And after that, he's absent for a long period of time until he pops up recently for these episodes. And then, of course, him and Thea go on the captured Marlin cruiser. Yeah, they want the Anglers to have this ship, so they decided to blow the damn thing up. And that's the end of them for the series. Yeah, Strauss, I think, was the last of the older commanders who was still left alive. And in case you're curious, though, Levi and Elena do pretty much nothing this episode except basically just sit on Peck's back in her car Titan form. Yep. And I kind of missed the freaking machine gun turret that was on her back. I kind of missed that, but they pretty much wrecked the damn thing. Yeah. So they go out to sea, and of course, it's implied that Loreto, who was actually the home of Annie, that's been possibly flattened by the rumbling. And of course, she iterates to Mikasa, can she kill Eren? And she's very hesitant to answer, and she says, what if I kill Eren? Can you stand by and watch? By the way, Armin doesn't really do anything at all. He does not get any lines. His mouth is still healing up after he's been shot multiple times in the face. Yes, and the anime still keeps in a tiny hole in one of his cheeks, which the manga didn't show that. That was something the anime added in to add the more gore effect of this particular series. And I gotta say, this is probably by far one of the more violent episodes of the series. Overall, in the 86 episodes 86 episodes aired for the series, this is probably by far one of the most violent episodes they've actually depicted the whole series. In the entirety of it. Yep. But yeah, next week is going to be the finale for this. Yep, the finale. What's going to happen afterwards? I don't know. I've heard a rumor there might be a movie. Because if in fact they just finish up chapter 130 next week, here's the thing. There's only 9 chapters left. For the whole series, there are 10 chapters left. And well, I highly doubt they're going to do. I mean, it's basically like people were thinking they might not do a part 2. All of a sudden, we have part 2. Okay, fine. Like, if we're going to have like more episodes, which I think they should get more episodes, because well, there's still a limited material there to do a little more episodes. You can do at least 10, at least, just to finally wrap up the series, because even if you get to like next episode, they're still not done yet. Yes, still not done. Because even with these 12 episodes, we've had a little bit of this arc so far, and still not done yet. Nope, not done yet. It seems as though with part 2 of the season, we still have not completed the adaptation of this last story arc. Yeah. But who knows how it's going to be next week. Okay, so that's definitely going to be it for this particular review, and that's it for videos today. So the only video you might see tomorrow, because there's no new anime tomorrow. Not currently, no. So the only new anime you might see tomorrow is probably for One Piece, discussing the last 3 episodes of season 18 for the show. Okay, next video. Bye.